Hello out there, YouTube. This is Artie Rose for the fictional baseball universe. And we have come now to the close of the 1986 baseball season. And as you can see, the Red Sox won the AL East, the Angels won the AL West, and the wild card teams are the Kansas City Royals and the New York Yankees. Were able to scrape themselves into the playoffs. In the National League, the Mets won. It was a close race, 3.5 games ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies. And in the NL West, the Houston Astros won the West. The wild card teams, all in the East, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Montreal Expos. The Expos got in with they're the lowest seed with 88 wins. Kind of reminds me of the 2022 Phillies, who won only 87 games and actually went to the World Series. So let's go to the playoffs and who's matched up against who. So the Yankees, who were the lowest seed in the AL, have to go up against the highest seed, which is the California Angels. The Royals are going against the Red Sox. In the National League, the Montreal Expos, the lowest seed, going against the Mets. And then the Phillies and the Astros, who were actually in the World Series this year, are going in round one in the division series in the National League. Best of five series. So we're going to take a short break and then we'll come back and review the batting leaders and the pitching leaders for the 1986 season replay. So we are back, and we're going to review quickly the leaders in batting and pitching for each league at the end of this season replay for 1986. So, leading the American League was Jim Rice with 345 average. Right behind him at 333 was Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly had a great year. Jesse Barfield led the American League with 41 home runs, and Don Mattingly was fifth with 34 home runs. Don Mattingly led the American League with 136 RBIs. He might be the American League most valuable player in this season replay. Moving down a little bit. Let's see here what we got. Okay, that's better. Tony Fernandez had 705 at-bats. Wow. Don Mattingly led the American League with 226 hits. Ricky Henderson led the American League with 126 runs. Wade Boggs had 53 doubles. Brett Butler, is that who that is? Brett Butler of Cleveland had 24 triples. That's an awful lot of triples. Stolen bases, Ricky Henderson had 106. Okay, let's switch over to the National League. Tim Raines led the National League with 337 batting average. Ray Knight from the Mets was third with 333. Mike Schmidt led the National League with 37 home runs. Gary Carter from the Mets had 31. Mike Schmidt had 137 RBIs. Gary Carter had 99. He was number 4. That's 221 hits. Tony Gwynn from San Diego. Steve Sachs from the Dodgers had 52 doubles. And Tim Raines led with 11 triples. Vince Coleman had 135 stolen bases. Let's move to the pitching leaders of the National League. Okay. Shane Rawley had a 2.35 ERA. Mike Scott and Jay Tibbs from Montreal were tied with a league-leading 20 wins. Dave Smith from Houston had 37 saves. Mike Scott from Houston pitched 292 innings. Dwight Gooden from the Mets had 16 complete games, tied with Mike Scott. Mike Scott had 5 shutouts in his 20 wins. He also led with strikeouts, 318. So I'm going to say Mike Scott, good candidate for the Cy Young. Very good candidate. Let's go to the American League pitching leaders. Bruce Hurst with a 2.20 ERA. Kurt McCaskill of California, 24 wins. He was the only 20-game winner in the American League. Tom Henke had 42 saves. Bert Blyleven and Kurt McCaskill they both had 20 complete game wins. Wow. Well, 20 complete games. Bert Blyleven only had 19 wins. So he actually pitched a complete game and lost. Kurt McCaskill had 5 shutouts. Mark Langston led with 288 strikeouts. So, be interesting to see who wins the Cy Young in the National League. So that's it for the recap of the statistic leaders. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Game 1 of the ALDS between the California Angels and the New York Yankees. Yep. Be back in a moment. Okay, so here we are for Game 1 of the ALDS between the New York Yankees of 1986 and the California Angels. We are in California at Anaheim Stadium for Game 1. Mike Witt, who had a 19-8 record, is starting for the Angels. And Ron Guidry is the starting pitcher for the Yankees. The lineup for the Yankees is going to be Ricky Henderson leading off, followed by Don Mattingly. Batting third, Danny Pasqua. Batting fourth, Dave Winfield. Batting fifth, Mike Pagliarulo. Batting sixth, Mike Easler. Batting 7th, Joel Skinner, the catcher. Batting 8th, Wayne Tolleson. And batting 9th, Willie Randolph. So, here we are, night game. And we're waiting for the first pitch. And here it is. Struck him out. Ricky Henderson strikes out. Here's Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly had a fantastic year. There's a 2-1 pitch. Round ball. Right to the first baseman, looks like. Okay. That's 2 outs. Danny Pasqua also had a fantastic year. Batted .317 with 28 home runs and 77 RBIs. Here he is against Mike Witt. Pitch. And he gives up a walk. So the Yankees still alive in inning 1. Dave Winfield steps in. Dave Winfield batted .266 with 27 home runs and 98 RBIs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball down the line. Looks like it's going to be extra bases. Danny Pasqua is rounding third. And the throw home, and he's safe. And the Yankees strike first. It's 1-0 Yankees on the double by Winfield. Here's Mike Pagliarulo. Mike Pagliarulo had 25 home runs, 95 RBIs, and batted .251. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strikes him out, and the top half of the first is over. And the Yankees score 1 run on the double by Dave Winfield. It's Yankees 1 and California coming to bat. So Ron Guidry had a 13-4 record with a 4.08 ERA and 172 strikeouts in 220 innings. The lineup he'll be facing will be Gary Pettis batting first, Reggie Jackson batting second, Brian Downing batting third, Rupert Jones batting fourth, Doug DeCinces batting fifth, Wally Joyner batting sixth, Dick Schofield batting seventh, Bob Boone behind the plate batting eighth, and Bobby Grich, the second baseman, batting ninth. Here's Gary Pettis. Gary Pettis batted .227 during the regular season with 7 home runs and 49 RBIs. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Ron Guidry. Fly ball way back. Uncaught right field. So 1 out. And here's Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson had 24 home runs, 81 RBIs, and batted .263. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball picked up by Guidry over the first, 2 outs. Here's Brian Downing. Brian Downing had 26 home runs, 94 RBIs, and batted .261 for the regular season. Steps in. 1-2 pitch from Guidry, and struck him out. So the inning is over. At the end of one inning, it's the Yankees 1 and the Angels nothing. Okay, so here we are at the top of the second. Mike Easler at bat. Mike Easler batted .313 in the regular season with 14 home runs and 67 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Mike Witt. And there's a shot into a home run from Mike Easler. That was a bullet. An absolute bullet. And the score is now 2-0. Okay, so here's Joel Skinner, acquired from the White Sox in a trade. And he batted .263 with 3 home runs and 34 RBIs. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Mike Witt. A base hit in the center field for Joel Skinner. So, Yankees have a man on first with nobody out. The batter is Wayne Tolleson, also acquired in the trade with the Chicago White Sox, along with Joel Skinner. He batted .264 with 2 home runs and 51 RBIs. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball over the second for 1, and over the first. Double play. So 2 quick outs. That'll bring up Willie Randolph, who's batting 9th. He had a .288 batting average with 9 home runs and 74 RBIs. Here's the full count pitch from Mike Witt. Hot smash. The shortstop picks it up over the first, and that is the inning. So, after an inning and a half, it's the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. So we're back now for the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Angels is Rupert Jones. Rupert Jones led the team in home runs with 32, batted .269, and had 74 RBIs. Steps in against Ron Guidry. The 2-1 pitch to Jones. Ground ball over the first. Tom Mattingly takes it for the first out. That brings up Doug DeCinces. He batted .256 with 17 home runs and 68 RBIs in the regular season. And the pitch to him is a shot, line drive caught in left field for out number 2. Wally Joyner steps in. Wally Joyner had 20 home runs, batted .284, and had 69 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Joyner. A 1-2 pitch to Joyner. Again, fly ball left field. Left fielder is under it and takes it for the final out. So, at the end of 2 innings, it's the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. Top of the third, we go to the top of the order with Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson is 0 for 1. Here is the full count payoff pitch. A little nubber in front of the plate. The catcher picks it up, throws him out at first. 1 out. That'll bring up Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly also 0 for 1. Is the 1-2 pitch to Mattingly. There's a shot into left center, and what happened to it? It looks like he caught it right on the wall. Well, that's 2 outs. Danny Pasqua, the right fielder, also 0 for 1. 0-2 pitch to Pasqua. Strike 3. And that's strikeout number 3 from Mike Witt. So, at the end of 2.5, it's still the Yankees 2. And the Angels nothing. We go to the bottom of the third. Dick Schofield, shortstop. He didn't have a bad year, batted .291 with 12 home runs and 62 RBIs. Here he is against Ron Guidry. A 1-2 pitch from Guidry. Shortstop. Tollison picks it up, throws over to Mattingly. 1 out. Bob Boone, the catcher. It's the 1-0 pitch. It looks like a base hit into right field. Pascal picks it up, throws it in. So it's a single for Boone. Okay, the Angels have a man on first, 1 out. Brings up Bobby Grich, second baseman. The 2-2 pitch to Grich. The fly ball into right field. Danny Pasqua gets under it and makes the catch for 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup. Gary Pettis. Guidry looks in. Is the 0-2 pitch. Strikes him out to retire the side. So, with 3 innings in the books, it's still the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. Okay, so we're back now for the top of the 4th inning. Dave Winfield is leading off. He's 1 for 1 he had a double in the first inning, leading off against Mike Witt. Mike Witt has thrown 51 pitches, and he's still looking strong. Here is the full count payoff pitch to Winfield. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 1. Here's Mike Pagliarulo. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 2. That'll bring up Mike Easler, who homered his last time up. A 1-2 pitch. Strike three. Mike Witt strikes out the side. So, at the end of 3.5, it's still the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. The bottom of the fourth brings up Reggie Jackson, who's 0 for 1. Reggie Jackson, at this point in his career, is 40 years old, so I think this might have been his last year in Major League Baseball. He stands in against Ron Guidry. And the 1-2 pitch to Jackson. There's a shot to shortstop. Tollison picks up, throws over to Mattingly. 1 out. Brian Downing, the left fielder, is 0 for 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Guidry. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. So, Downing is on. Man on first, 1 out. Here is Rupert Jones, dangerous power hitter. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball into left field, and Dave Winfield pulls it in for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Doug DeCinces. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to retire the side. So at the end of 4 innings, it is the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. Joel Skinner will step up to lead off the top of the 5th. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Skinner, ground ball to short, throw over to first for the 1st out. That'll bring up Wayne Tollison. The pitch from Witt. Strike 3. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. 2 outs. Willie Randolph comes up. Willie Randolph is 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's a walk. So, Yankees stay alive and have Willie Randolph on first. Ricky Henderson stands in. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Witt. There's a shot over to second base. Throw to first, and the inning is over. So, after 4.5 innings, we're halfway through the game, and the Yankees still lead 2-0. Bottom of the 5th, Ron Guidry's got 54 pitches to his credit. He's only given up 2 hits. He's going to face Wally Joyner here in the bottom of the 5th. Here is the pitch to Joyner. Ground ball. The second base, Willie Randolph picks it up, throws him out. It's 1 out. Dick Schofield, 0 for 1. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball. Over to Pagarulo. He throws across the diamond to get the 2nd out. Bob Boone, 1 for 1. Had a base hit his last time up. 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball into center field, and Ricky Henderson pulls it in. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5 innings of play, it is the Yankees 2 and the Angels nothing. Okay, so we're back now. Top of the 6th, Don Mattingly leading it off. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Mike Witt. There's a shot up the middle, base hit for Don Mattingly. So, Yankees start off the inning, man on first. Here's Danny Pasqua. 0-2 pitch from Pasqua. There's a shot into right field, base hit, and it gets by him. Gets by him, a single with an error. So Mattingly goes to third. Pasqua is on second. So it's second and third, nobody out. That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher. He's up to 95 pitches right now. Now I'll bring up Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield had 27 home runs and batted .266. He's 1 for 2. With an opportunity here to bring in a couple of more runs. Here is the 0-1 pitch. A shot down the line like he did in the first inning. That's going to probably be a double. And score 2 runs. Now the score is 4-0 Yankees. Nobody out and a man on second. Bringing up Mike Pagliarulo. Here is a 1-2 pitch to Pagliarulo. And there's a ground ball to first. First baseman takes it for the first out. Dave Winfield moves over to third on the play. So there's 1 out and a man on third. Mike Easler, who has a home run to his credit in this game, steps in against Witt. Here's the pitch from Witt. Ground ball over to short. Throws him out at first, but Dave Winfield does score on the play, making the score 5-0 here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, and here's Joel Skinner. He's 1 for 2. A 3-2 pitch to Skinner. Ground ball to short. Throw over to first. That'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 3 runs on 3 hits. And the score now, after 5.5 innings, is the Yankees 5 and the Angels nothing. Ron Guidry's got 64 pitches. And he's only given up 2 hits. Bobby Grich will lead it off against Guidry. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Guidry. Fly ball, and it drops in for a hit. So, the Angels have somebody aboard, nobody out against Guidry. Gary Pettis, 0 for 2, steps in. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. 1 out. That's Guidry's 4th strikeout. Here is Reggie Jackson. 0-2 pitch to Jackson. Here's strike 3. 2nd consecutive strikeout and 2 outs. Man on first. That'll bring up Brian Downing. Brian Downing's 1 for 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Downing. A balk by Ron Guidry, and Grich goes to second. Okay, it's 0-2 to Downing. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out. He strikes out the side. So, after 6 full innings of play, Yankees lead 5-0. Okay, here we go to the top of the 7th. Wayne Tolleson leads off against Mike Witt. Mike Witt's thrown 112 pitches. He might be starting to tire. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Tolleson. Ground ball with Wally Joyner at first, picks it up, steps on first, 1 out. I'll bring up Willie Randolph. Willie Randolph 0 for 1. I believe he walked. Anyway, here is the pitch from Witt. And that's going to be a base hit into left field for Willie Randolph. Okay, that brings up Ricky Henderson, the top of the order. 1 out, and Willie Randolph on first. Here is the 2-2 pitch. And there's a shot in the gap to the wall. That's going to be extra bases. And it looks like Willie Randolph will score on the double and make the score 6-0 here in the top of the 7th. That's going to be it for Mike Witt. Vern Rule comes in relief. Vern Rule had a 1-2 record during the regular season with a 4.29 ERA. So he will face Don Mattingly. Ricky Henderson's on third, so he went to third on the throw. And there's 1 out, and here's Don Mattingly. He had a base hit his last time up. The pitch. And it's a base hit. And that'll score Ricky Henderson, making the score 7-0. Danny Pasqua steps in. 1 out. Don Mattingly on first. Here's the pitch from Rule. There's a line drive out for right field. And that's the 2nd out. Dave Winfield is having a great day. Pair of doubles and 3 RBIs today. Steps in against Vern Rule. Here's the pitch from Rule. And there's, a diving catch to end the inning. Brian Downing dove and made that catch. But the Yankees score 2 more runs, making the score going into the bottom of the 7th, 7-0. Ron Guidry is still in there. He's got a pitch count of 84. Still got some gas in the tank. He'll be facing Rupert Jones. Let's bring up the lineup. Rupert Jones, 0 for 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Guidry. And it's a foul ball out. One out. Doug DeCinces comes up for his third time. He's 0 for 2. 0-2 pitch from Guidry. And there's a ground ball to third. Pagliarulo picks it up, throws over to first for the second out. Wally Joyner, 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Joyner. Ground ball, Guidry picks it up, throws over to first to end the inning. After 7 innings, it's the Yankees 7 and the Angels nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. Vern Rule on the mound, facing Mike Pagliarulo. Pagliarulo's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. High fly ball way back, and it's out right at the wall. Right at the wall. Wow, that was a shot. That brings up Mike Easler, who does have a home run in the game. Here's the pitch to Easler. And it's up the middle for a base hit for Easler. Okay, 1 out, man on first. That's the Yankees' 10th hit of the game. Joel Skinner comes up. Joel Skinner's got 1 hit of the 10. Man on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There is a fly ball deep left, and Downing gets it for the second out. Easler stays at first. Wayne Tollison comes up. He's 0 for 3. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball. Center field. Rupert Jones reels it in. No runs for the Yankees. They're still out in front, 7-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ron Guidry got 93 pitches. See how he fares. He'll be facing Dick Schofield, the bottom of the order, Bob Boone, and Bobby Grich. I don't think any of them have any hits. Here's Schofield. 3-2 count. And he walks him. Okay. Bob Boone. Here's the pitch to Boone. Fly ball, left field. Dave Winfield under it, gets it for the first out. Bobby Grich, 1 for 2. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop, over to second, over to first. Double play. And Guidry's out of the inning. So, score, still 7-0. Top of the 9th inning. Willie Randolph is leading it off against Vern Rule. Vern Rule has got 23 pitches, and he might be showing a little signs of getting tired. So, let's see what happens with Randolph. 1-2 pitch from Rule. Ground ball. Over to first, Wally Joyner takes it himself, 1 out. Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson is 1 for 4 with an RBI. 0-2 pitch to Henderson from Rule. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out, 2 outs. That brings up Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly, 2 hits today and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Mattingly. As a shot drops in for a hit. That's Mattingly's third hit of the day. The Yankees still alive here in the top of the ninth. Danny Pasqua. There's a pitching change for the Angels. Gary Lucas comes in. Lucas had an 0-2 record during the regular season. Only pitched 16 innings. We had a 3.86 ERA, but struck out 10 in 16 innings. So he'll face Pasqua with Mattingly on deck. On first. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Pasqua. And a ground ball back to the pitcher, throws over to Joyner, and that's the inning. So we go to the bottom of the ninth, and the Yankees lead 7-0. Ron Guidry looking for the complete game. He's got 107 pitches. He is now facing, I believe, this top of the order. Here's Gary Pettis, 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch from Guidry. Fly ball, center field. Ricky Henderson pulls it in for the first out. Reggie Jackson. The 2-2 pitch to Jackson. Ground ball. Mike Palariero picks it up, throws over the first, 2 outs. Angels down to their final out. And brings up Brian Downing. He had 26 home runs in the regular season. He's got 1 hit today. Here is the 3-1 pitch. And it's a walk. Okay, so Guidry will give him another shot to get the third out. There's a man on first, 2 outs, bringing up Rupert Jones. He is the power hitter of the lineup. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Guidry. Strikes him out to end the game. And the Yankees win game 1 of the ALDS 7-0. And here's your box score. So we leave the game. A 3-hit shutout for Ron Guidry in game 1. So let's see what is going on with the other games. This was the only game today. Let's see, Kansas City, Boston has not played yet. Montreal and New York play tomorrow, and Philadelphia and Houston play tomorrow. So the only game is going to be Kansas City and Boston. We're going to simulate that right now. So the outcome of the Kansas City-Boston game was the Royals beat the Red Sox 3-0. 3-0. So they lead the ALDS 1-0. I want to see, there is something else I want to see here. Let's see. So, very evenly matched here. I was curious what the season series between these two teams, the Angels and the Yankees, was, and they split 12 games, 6-6. So it's a pretty evenly matched series. It ought to be exciting anyway. So game 2 will be tomorrow. And tomorrow also the National League starts up with the Mets and Montreal and the Phillies and the Astros. So until then, we will see you and have a nice day.